So I go someone. This is the main setup, and then it's
okay, guys, we've got exactly 168 hours to make this film.
And action.
I've been working in film and television for 25 years, and this is the most challenging project I've ever worked on.
Mirror Mirror was written by April Manor from California, and it's the story of Abby, a young woman in her late teens who every time she looks into the mirror is confronted by an accusing version of herself.
You again.
This troubles her so much that she even tries to destroy the mirror, but finds that that reflection, that voice, carries with her wherever she goes, until one day she walks into a shop and discovers this very special mirror, which shows her a true reflection of who she really is. And in the process, her life changes forever.
No. Hi, I'm Emma Carr, and I play Abby in the film Mirror Mirror.
Our lead actress plays 3 different characters.
The first one is pretty straightforward. She is the depressed, self-loathing girl who can't look in the mirror. That's all I need. Bigger version of myself. And that is the most realistic, I think, out of all 3 characters, because a lot of people are like that. And then there is Evil Abby, who is just psycho. She's a psychopath, and she is the sort of person who is worse than a bully at school, and you just have to draw on those really horrible feelings. It's a good thing I'm bullying myself and not someone else. It's a lot easier to be evil when I know I'm the only person on the other side. And nice Abby, she's a girl next door, very Dolly-like.
You.
Basically, she is.
The truth of who you are.
She's not magazine beautiful and these things, but she is realistic, pretty, and the best that Abby can be. The idealistic beauty that magazines promote is completely unrealistic. I mean, girls don't really realise that these girls look like normal people before they're airbrushed. They've got to remember that it's not real. You know, there is a lot of sort of pixie dust in there.
They say you should never work with animals and children, and to that I've now added mirrors. What were we thinking? Our lead actress Abby had the challenge of really playing 3 characters, and at one point we had all 3 characters interacting with each other on screen at the same time, so the post-production challenge was enormous.
Technically, the film was shot using a Canon DSLR 550D camera, using a wonderful set of lenses and a rig that was lent to us kindly by director Andrew Adamson. The sound was recorded double system, with boom mics and radio mics onto an H4n recorder. The camera had been set up with the Technicolor Cine Style preset, which gave us more latitude for grading. When it came to the post-production workflow, we used an EditShare collaborative server system, which is great because you can just keep on plugging in more and more suites and they all access the same media. We've got Jonathan doing special effects compositing on After Effects. He's got 25 VFX shots to get through in a very short time. Dana is our assistant editor. She's spotting in sound effects and then preparing our end credit roll. I'm the film editor, and my family's not going to see much of me this week.
I don't know why you even bother.
Steve, our director, is also a musician, and he's been editing the musical score in Sonic Fire Pro.
It was the first time for me that I'd worked on a collaborative editing system, and Doug would be cutting scenes, feeding them to me, I was editing the music, and it really took a whole lot of stress out of that process and made the job, you know, so much more enjoyable.
As soon as the pictures are locked, Dave is doing a colour grade in DaVinci Resolve. Simultaneously, Soundpost is happening in another suite. Dave is working on an Avid MXF bass track. He's rendering out an MXF file that can be used again directly in Avid.
When I think of the challenges in the project, the first thing that comes to mind is this tight turnaround, 168 hours to finish a short film. And much as I would have loved to have had extra time to polish this, that, tweak this and that, you just don't have it. So it's a really good exercise in learning how to bring compromise into your craft, but at the same time retaining an integrity of your craft and an integrity of storytelling. So it was a really, really good exercise.
I think it motivates you more. You don't have so long to think about it, and your first reaction is usually your best.
It's just coming to set prepared. I think everyone as well, the crew, understand that as well. You just come as prepared as you can and take the lumps as they come and just deal with them calmly and with coffee. Yeah, that's how you deal with the short period. Lots of coffee.
On a project like this, there's usually something that tries to trip you up, and for us it was outputting to a very slow hard drive that nearly undid us. But we got it to the FedEx courier exactly 168 hours to the minute after we started recording the first shot we'd used.
I've really wanted to explore how we can bring redemptive messages, how we can bring the gospel to contemporary audiences through modern media. And working on the short film for me was a first step in exploring how we can do that, how we can do it with integrity, how we can avoid the cringe factor, and how we can really relate to the society around us through modern media.
I've been working in film and television for 25 years on other people's projects. But I've had a dream all along of being able to make stories that are a little bit like Jesus' parables, with some worthwhile truth below the surface for those who want to dig for it. And Mirror Mirror was a bit of an experiment for me for the first time in trying to produce a project that does that.